All right, team, one of my favorite ways of doing flank steak is a skewered pinwheel, shareable with everyone, right? Whether it's on the bone or on the stick, it's in. So let's go ahead and get started with a stuffed pinwheeled wooden nickel farm flank steak. It's fun. It's a lot of fun. You know what I mean? It's already one of my favorite cuts. This just amplifies it threefold. Let's get into it. Let's get that firebox full of charcoal, about 25 to 30% full. Bank it to one side, light our fire starter and get it nestled into the charcoal. While that's engaging, let's go ahead and install that cast iron griddle and bring it up to temperature. And while everything is coming to temperature, let's start fabricating our wooden nickel farm flank steak. It is a beauty, you know, whenever we're talking about with the grain or cutting across the grain, flank steak's always the roadmap, right? You just see it clear as day. So what we're going to do today is we're doing a little knife work, a little fabrication, where we're going to kind of butterfly this guy open.
What?
Yeah, well, let's just do it.
It's so thin.
It's so thin, but a little positive pressure, and kind of notice how my fingers kind of arc up a little bit and my thumb's not down. That's the palm pressure we want to put when we're fabricating this baby. So start right at the edge, and we're opening it up like a book. And I'm just taking little slices and going all the way, and we're going to come all the way to the center but not cut all the way through, right? Because we're going to stuff this baby.
I feel like I don't do this enough.
Well,
butterflying is a cool technique.
Butterflying is a cool technique. Little positive pressure with pounding it, but we can stuff this with anything. So today we're going to use spinach and camembert, but sky's the limit, right? Oh yeah. And then you can even get in there. You just don't want to cut through it. We're just, if I'm worried, you can just see how that piece kind of tapers up. We can get a little closer, but then I'm going to use my mallet to finish it off so I don't have a spot. If I cut through it, then the cheese will start leaking through it. Nobody wants that. I'm going to use the flat side of my mallet versus the what'd you call that? Not perforated side.
The not flat side.
The not flat side. That's right. Thank you. And why not? We can go all the way around. And what we're looking for here is even thickness. Let's take a look at the other side. Ooh la la, we've made something cool here. All right, let's season this beautiful piece. All that new surface area that we created. I'm using a 50-50 mixture of salt and pepper here. So again, feel like you're getting crazy with it. You can go anywhere in the world with this right now with the seasoning that you're using, but we're just using salt and pepper. And then we'll go with a little bit of raw spinach. Could use arugula if you wanted to. And then let's get a semi-soft cheese. We're using camembert today. Oh, I love this so much. And remember, you can eat that rind if you like. I love these French semi-soft cheeses. I mean, look at that. And as it melts, it's just gonna give that gooey look to it. Again, we're making skewers today in a very unique fashion, but it'll begin to ooze out and caramelize on our cast iron griddle. And we'll jump over to the grill setup here in just a second. All right, that's us. Let's go ahead and spin it. And then I'm gonna roll it towards you. Just like a sushi roll. Kind of see what's going on here. Maybe pull these guys in a little bit so that we can have a nice spot for this roll to rest. And I'm gonna start pinching in the sides just a little bit. Tight, tight, tight. Square off these ends. Don't worry, that's not gonna go to waste, that's for us. All right, now, skewers. You gotta decide how thick you want these skewers, so let's go ahead and flip to the seam side so we can ensure that we're going right through where we want. And I want pieces about from there to
there. Using the skewer like as a guide.
Oh. And the skewer's gonna stay in the whole time because it's a lollipop. So this is also how we're gonna serve it. We'll sear it and then we'll cut in between each one and double sear it on that cast iron. Oh my gosh, this is awesome. And this isn't difficult stuff. I mean, as you can see, this is almost like arts and crafts. You get the kids involved here, but it's technique driven. So like, I don't know, something's really cool about that and really fun. And cooking should be fun, all right? Let's jump over here and take a look at our grill grate. And we're hovering at about 425, 450. And remember, I've got my charcoal banked underneath that cast iron griddle. And I'm going to oil my grill grate, and of course I've chosen butter today because butter is a gift. It starts to brown a little bit and then we go directly on.
Wow.
Yeah. And we're gonna get a little bit of a sear. Oh, look how cool that is, you know? We're gonna get a little bit of sear on each side. And this is just to get some caramelization on the exterior, right? We're not trying to cook this the whole entire way with those skewers sticking up. Again, we're gonna take it off, slice it into lollipops, and then sear the surface. And that brie is just gonna, I'm sorry, brie, the camembert is just gonna melt out. You can use brie if you like, but it's gonna melt out and give us that great, you know when you caramelize, like a grilled cheese, right?
Oh,
when it oozes out and it gives it that caramelization, you bite into it and it just takes you back. This is the one. The heavy breathing begins now. You know, I'm loving the aromas. I'm loving the sizzle. Let's take a look. We've got great, oh yeah, great caramelization all around.
Wow.
Stunner. All right, now we're gonna almost treat this like a rack of lamb, and making music notes. We're gonna cut right in between.
Making music notes, I like that.
Yeah, you know, directly in between, revealing
beauty.
the pinwheel. Look how fun this is. I mean, if it weren't fun enough just making these things, like you put other colors in there, this is perfect for tailgating. This is perfect for elevate. You could imagine doing a nicer skewer for an elevated party if you like. This speaks to everybody everywhere.
Oh, there's that cheese. Look at that.
Yeah, it's starting to go. That was that end piece, you know, and that's what we're looking for. So now I want a little more seasoning just on the surface area, and we're gonna move back over to that cast iron grill. Let's just bring the whole board with us, you know what I mean? I'm gonna use my spatula and scrape this clean. Let's get that butter on there. As soon as that butter goes, we're gonna start throwing these lollipops on there, face side down.
Oh, wow. Come on.
It's like ice skating in butter. How cool is that? If you are throwing a party or tailgating, this is it. This is your new go-to favorite lights out dish. Oh my gosh, look at this one, look at this one. The way the cheese is coming down. And then we just kind of make them nice and even, so it's a nice little presentation. I don't know, that's kind of cool looking. Wow. Stuff of legends. And of course it looks really cool this way. Yeah, no. I mean, you step up to the plate with these little rolls, and think about doing that with a ribeye or a New York strip. It works great with flank steak. You know, in whatever seasoning you want, whatever filling you want, but this is bare bones basic stuff, okay? It looks difficult to look at that and try to figure that out and dissect how we did that, but you got the video, so you're good to go, you know? Let's try a piece. Of course, I'm gonna go for one of the smaller ones. Boom, it's meat candy, yeah, like a lollipop, meat lollipop. It's getting weird. Bang. This was super simple. Like, you should put this on your hit list of the next 3 things you do. Your next 3 cooks, do these little pinwheels. I mean, they're too fun not to do. Take them to the next party. You're gonna have them rolled and all ready to go. Tell your friend to light the grill, come over, and then boom, just fire them off over there. Like, why not, right? Sky's the limit. Go anywhere in the world with this. You could make some kind of really cool feta and olive mash in there. You know, you go anywhere with it. So sky's the limit. If you enjoyed this recipe, do all the things. Give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget, leave us a comment. And as always, from our backyard to yours, cheers and happy grilling.